Here's Blair Walsh now about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Yeah, the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. He's at the 30. 10. 5. Touchdown. Philadelphia. Torrey Smith. 71 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They go again with Rawls. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. On 3rd down, Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Timmy Jernigan in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Trey Burton, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with.
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Avoids him at the 40. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
Now a give running right, it's Smallwood. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. 23 yards on the play. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. LeGarrette Blount, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down, Rawls. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in his first few drives. They're not just holding the...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. They get 31 yards that time. And it's good enough for a Seattle first. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Yeah, he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
On second down, here's Wilson. Open man is Amara Darbo, complete. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that'll make it third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw, we can throw.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On second down, Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Wentz now on first down. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with third and just a yard. Now a play fake. Wentz. Flush to his right. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They run the counter. Smallwood. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sheldon Richardson forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. In the red zone this time. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escape. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
To throw, it's Wentz. A dump off to Smallwood. 6 yards on the pickup, and with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And just like that, it's third down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Steps away to his left. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They run with a power back, Rawls. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 1st down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Derek Barnett in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Now it's Wilson.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Now Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And that'll set him back 5. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox in there again. My goodness, that is now his fourth sack tonight. Now Blair Walsh on for a long field goal. He's hit from as far away as 56 in his young career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 80 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll run with Smallwood. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Timmy Jernigan with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Now Wilson looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Brandon Graham in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And they're